When the world was young and free long, long ago, life was something like that of the biblical life of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. People knew no pain or sorrow. Neither did they work nor cooked their food. Rice, maize, wheat, and what else? Everything grew on the vast surface of the earth in plenty, all ready-made. Life was easy. How about carrying the things home? No problem at all. People simply shoot the things home holding sticks. Theft was unknown and people were not greedy. They shoot the things home according to their needs and necessities. Life was pure, so simple, free, and laughter was everywhere. They lived a life that was never spoiled by cares. However, though life was beautiful and laughter filled the world, death was unknown to the people even in those days. Yet, the sting of death was not as cruel as it is today. There were not much mourning, if not at all, even at the death of a near and dear one. Why? The reason was the dead people came home whenever they wished to meet their families and friends. They would then talk, sing, and play together with the living friends. Thus, the mirth never had an end. The only thing that separated them from the living was the night. They did not sleep together. Therefore, when evening fell, the dead people left for their abode. Ridiculous indeed. During those days, there happened to live a woman named Latharla. She was a rather dainty woman and had a typical way of pretension. When her friends of her morung ate boiled yams at night, she would pretend as though she was not hungry, even though she was. "I don't like yams," or "I am not hungry," she would say, even though she loved to join and eat very much. She would then get up at night to eat the leftovers when her friends were fast asleep. Often, her friends found her moving in the darkness in the middle of the night, blindly searching for the leftover foods, and thus ridiculed her. Latharla had also an unquenchable curiosity for new avenues of lifestyles. She often mused over how different life would be if rice and other food items like wheat, barley grew with hulls, or if things did not move home all by itself. She would thus engross her thoughts, pondering over the outcome. "Fool, you will have to grind to remove the hulls and carry the things home, perhaps with your own hands," she thought aloud. "But it would be interesting, surely. Doing all these things will do away with boredom. Wise woman," she praised herself, and answered to the questions she posed herself. She felt very happy thinking that she had found a solution to her problem of boredom, and she exclaimed one day, "Oh, how I wish to grind and carry things home. I want to work. Life is so boring without work." The fairies unfortunately heard what Latharla said and informed the Ameo, Almighty God. "Ameo," they said, "thou hast bestowed mankind an easy life. However, it seemed they are bored and fed up with a life without work." We had just heard Latharla saying life without work is so boring. We also heard her say that she wanted to work with her own hands and eat. "Well, very well," Ameo said. "If that is the case, let it be so, according to their wishes. From now on, mankind will work and strive for the living." Instantly, Ameo's word worked, and a great new world order appeared on the surface of the earth. The crops in the field that once grew without holes became hard and were covered with holes. Everybody's face began to wear the looks of anxiety. All of a sudden, they became selfish and greedy. They became busy working for their own selfish ends. Yet, even if they worked and busied throughout the days, the works became endless. The day's works ached their bones. Mankind thus experienced the pain of working for the first time. They enjoyed the novelty of life for some time. However, very soon they became tired with life again. They began to grumble against God on why life had suddenly become so harsh. To their utter dismay, they later learned that it was all because of Latharla. The once serene world was filled with anger and hatred. Everybody sharply rebuked Latharla, but it was too late. The great change had already taken place after Ameo granted Latharla's wishes. Latharla was crestfallen. Everywhere she went and met people, she only got a flea in her ears. She was sad. One day, while she was husking the paddies, a group of dead friends merrily came to her and for old time's sake spoke to her in a jest. "Sister, we learned that you have done great thing for mankind by doing away with boredom. But we see you look so downcast. Why? May we help you?" Latharla felt even more humiliated. She took a pestle and in sheer anger flung it at her dead friends and said, "If you ever come back, I will crush you all with my pestle." She sped and cursed them. Since that day, the dead people were no more seen again. Latharla committed blunder over blunder in her bid to amend her mistakes till her last days. Perhaps she tried her best to regain her lost reputation, but everything she did, it always turned against her. Thus, the insatiable nature of Latharla ushered mankind into a world of changes.